Today on the channel, I'm feeling beautiful. Beautiful people, that is. Deluxe Impact TNA by Jakks. Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for something a little bit different. A little Jakks TNA Deluxe Impact unboxings on the channel today. I don't know if we've done these, and maybe we did a Mr. Anderson a long time ago, but it's been a long time. So you guys know the Jakks figures. Obviously, we're all aware of Jakks, but when Jakks lost the license to the WWE, they moved on to TNA. And we're with TNA for quite a while. These figures started off at a huge bang in Toys R Us, as I remember, with the Deluxe Impact, the Impact figures. They were everywhere. And then slowly sales, I think, started to decline. I can tell you what, I was not a day one buyer. I remember they came with that Legends line. I was like, you know what, do I continue my classic superstars and into this Legends line? And I voted no. I said, this is the time for me to get out of wrestling. Jakks has lost the license. They've moved to Mattel. This is a perfect time for a guy like me to get out of figure collecting. I was about to be a parent for the first time. It was just, you know what, I don't need to be collecting figures anymore. Well, long story short, about a year after Mattel got the license, I found an Ultimate Warrior at the Big Lots, and my world was changed forever, some might say. But I was not picking up these TNA figures going back. I said, hey, perfect time for me to get out of figures. I admired them from afar and thought some were cool, some were okay. And probably like most of you guys out there, TNA, you were all into it. They went on Monday nights against Raw. You were excited. You followed them through the years. And some point, they had to drop off. And I totally dropped off out of TNA. Later on down the line, in the figures I was never a part of. However, I have went back over the years and slowly but surely pieced together these collections to go with my Jakks Ruthless Aggression collections, my Jakks Deluxe Aggression collections, which I think I've got 15 figures left to complete that one. I got to get the checklist out and try to figure that out. But going through a rough checklist on these TNA Deluxe Impact figures, I said, you know what? I'm really not missing very many. I'm going to finish off this set and get this done. And I looked. I was missing this Angelina Love. I was missing this Madison Rayne. Hence why I picked both of these up. But I'm missing both Hernandez figures. I believe I'm missing one of the Magnus figures. The first one, I think, in the black trunks. Not the Nick Aldis, but the Magnus. I believe I'm missing that, and I think I have the whole set whipped. I got to double check that checklist, but I'm pretty much there. Actually, there is one more. I need Velvet Sky in the blue attire. I think she had a silver attire maybe, or a different black attire, something like that. I have one of them. But there's the later, I think, Series 13 blue attire that I'm still looking for. So I got to pick those up. Got to find good, minty, loose ones or a good deal in package. And I'll complete this set one of these days, hopefully before 2021's over. But I figured, hey, why not? Let's unbox some beautiful people. Madison Rayne, kind of the third wheel. More of the Buddy Roberts, I guess, of the beautiful people, if you count that. Quite the trio, though. Definitely turned some eyes in the TNA days. Angelina Love, probably viewed as the leader. And of course, we talked about Velvet Sky, which I don't have her a part of this, but it will be these two. So let's unbox them. Let's talk about them. Let's do all that fun stuff. And which one's first? This is Series 6. This is Series 13. So we're going Madison Rayne Series 6 first. So let's take a look at the packaging on this one. I don't hate this packaging, actually. Big and blue. Blue always pops on the shelf, I feel. That blue with the white starburst and then the lettering of Impact up top in white. And then what's under that? Wrestling in blue, Deluxe. Little glamour shot. Madison Rayne down here. Series 6 over here. A solid package from Jakks. And Jakks, I felt, always had, for the most part, really good packaging. I like those a lot. So I'm okay with that. And then on the back here, you got the old Shop TNA warnings, everything else. But then you got the rest of Series 6 right here. And then you got the TNA Impact up top as well. Impact Wrestling in big, bold letters. So you know what you're buying. You're not getting confused with WWE. Who's in this set? Series 6, Kurt Angle, Frankie Kazarian, who's getting an AEW figure very soon. And then, of course, the man called Sting in red face paint. So there it is. All right, I'm taking this one in. I don't see any paint application issues. Kind of just like... just a blah face on Madison Rayne, though. I don't know if it really caught her very well. Some of these Jakks figures go back and forth. Some are really good, some are bad. This one's kind of in the middle. It just kind of has a resting face. Just really no expression to it. Just seems kind of strange. I don't know. Something just a hair off with this one. So definitely not the best scan I've ever seen. But let's unbox it. Let's see what's going on here. Let's get old Madison out. There it is. See you later. Off to the side. We'll get a little yellowing of the plastic here. You don't like that, but a little bit of yellowing. There's the old plastic Prism from Madison Rayne. Madison Rayne recently retired from wrestling. See you later in the last couple of months. No looseness. I've seen over the years some looseness with some of these deluxe aggression figures, and then the deluxe impact especially. Some of those AJ Styles figures are almost like frogs out of the package. Everything's just kind of dangly. You hold them up, it just dangles. That's kind of what goes on. This is nice and tight, as it should be, right out of the package. Very good ab joint there in the middle. I always say it, the deluxe aggressions from Jakks, I feel, paved the way for Mattel. Mattel said, hey, these are the new incarnation of figures. They got the ab crunch, more playability than ever before, but we're going to take it to the next level and perfect it. They shrunk it down a little bit, made the proportions of the muscles and everything better suited, and voila, we have the Mattel Elites, which have then spawned everything else under the sun, from Super 7 to Storm Collectibles, to even AEW Jazzwares. It's always improve upon, and I look to AEW Jazzwares. They looked at Mattel and said, hey, what is Mattel doing right, and what would we fix if we could? And that's what the AEW team is doing. They're doing a lot of changes, taking the core Mattel style and taking it to the next level. But what that's going to do is that's going to make Mattel team step their game up another notch. So really are living in the golden age of action figures right now, with so many companies making action figures, always trying to outdo each other and looking at what the competition's doing. It's no different than the grocery business. People looking at different styles, cookie cracker companies competing against each other, chip companies, bread companies, whoever it could be. Competition makes you raise your ships, makes you get better. That's what you need. Sometimes you think, hey, being the only game in town's a good way to be. It's really not. I've seen it. We've seen it in wrestling. When there was only WWE, it was kind of a dark time. We've seen it in a lot of industries out there. I'll just say, my industry included. Without competition, there's nobody pushing you forward, challenging you, and making you work harder and smarter and all that kind of stuff. So another soapbox, another business trip there. But there it is. But yeah, Madison Rayne, the face, take the face out of it. The hair sculpt is good. I don't know if we've ever seen this hair sculpt, maybe on one of the other beautiful people, but I like the hair sculpt a lot. I like the colors on this one with the pink top and the black. It looks a little weird, though. It looks basically like the top is just painted on, especially on the arms. It's like just tape painted on wristbands. I would have liked to seen some plastic overlay or some kind of an extra, or maybe even soft goods if they could have pulled that off. I don't know if they could have, but yeah, I would have liked to seen that. They did get the tattoo work on her wrist. That's a nice attention to detail. They got the tattoo on her abdomen there. And then the other wrist, they got tattoos. So they did get her tattoos down. I don't know. I'm not expert on Madison Rayne's action figure, or her wrestling gear, I should say. This seems very basic and very bland. If she very well could have had this at one point, I am not sure. But it is a little bland on that, in that part, so I will say that. But all in all, a solid figure. I don't know if Madison Rayne got another figure. Is this her only figure? I'm trying to think if there was another TNA one. If it is, I have it, but for some reason I feel like this is the only one. I'm not sure. But for what it is, I'm glad Madison Rayne got a figure. That's one thing. Every wrestler out there that's made it to TV and stuff, I'd like to see them at least get one figure in their career. Be nice to have for them, and nice for collectors like me to have as well. One thing I'll note, no ringside collectible stands test on this one, as Jakks figures do not have pegs on their feet, so don't need a stand, or can't have a stand, I guess we'll call it. So there it is. Madison Rayne. All right, now we're going to look at Angelina Love. Let's see what we can think about this one. This one is Series 13, Angelina Love. Same type packaging, got Angelina up there. We do got that third extra skirt that we got a lot throughout the years with with Jakks, with the WWE license and the TNA license, that extra piece of skirts. We'll look at that when we get to it. Besides that, same kind of packaging as Angelina Love. One thing of note, very strange, Series 13 only had Mr. Anderson and Angelina Love, so it was a two-person set. So I wonder what the case assortment looks like. Anybody know? Leave me a comment. Was it just like 3 and 3, or what was the deal with the case assortment here? Maybe it was mixed in with other cases from prior sets they were re-releasing. It just seemed kind of strange to only get 2 figures in a set. But it is what it is. Pretty bare bones back. So let's open up Series 13, Angelina Love. See what's going on. See what all the fuss is about. See you later. Oh, and she's even strapped in. We're going to have to cut her out a little bit here. There she is in the old plastic prison. Blonde hair. hand posed up there. Let's get the old scissors out. Let's cut her out here. She's wrapped in at the waist, it seems. Pull it out. There it is. See you later. All right. So I like the sparkle. So this also has kind of a no expression face to it, but boy, I don't know. So there's some good, there's some bad with this one. So I'm looking at it. I think the face is good. Yeah, it has the kind of resting, no expression face, but it works for Angelina Love here. I think it works very well. I like that. I like the hair as well. There is a little bit of black smudging on the hair on the back. I don't know if that'll rub out. She does have her tattoo work on there. It looks very clean, very good. But on her top, there is some black and pink mixture, a little overspray there. And it looks like it could have used one more coat of pink, as it's a little bit suspect. One attention to detail is, look at this. You lift her hair up. She's got her back shoulder tattoo. So that's really attention to detail when Jakks could have easily never put that in there. And I don't know if anybody would have looked and they would have said, well, it's under the hair. It doesn't matter. But they did a really good job. Look at that. All the tattoos on the inner arm there. Very good there. Even on the side. So they got all of her tattoos. Really good head. A little bit of overspray on the top. I love the sparkle color. The sparkle that's mixed in with the skirt and everything else. We also, on the back of the skirt, have TBP, the beautiful people. So that's pretty solid as well. Very solid figure for the most part. The one thing that does look a little strange to me is her legs. It just seems like the legs and the thighs are a little too big for Angelina Love. As we know, she is very slim, very slender. They made her legs just a little too big. I think it just almost takes away from the figure when you look at it straight on. It just looks like the bottom half is way too big and the top is way too skinny. They should have found a mix somewhere in between. I don't know if they could have used this mold and painted a little differently, and maybe you can't with the I guess the pants on Madison Rayne. So I don't know. They should have went to their toolbox on that, but actually this is better than expected when I open this up. The tattoo detail is amazing on this one, and then I love the sparkly paint color. I think that is a nice touch that we didn't get a whole lot, and I don't think we really get to this day with a lot of figures. So that is pretty cool. So getting the beautiful people together, at least you got 2 of the 3 right here, I guess. Velvet Sky in blue, on the hunt for her. Hopefully I find that soon. But I thought we'd take a little step down memory lane with a little TNA Impact figures from Jakks. Somewhat of a forgotten line, but boy, in the last year, like most collectibles, this line has exploded. These were very, very cheap. You could get these basically, you know, $10 shipping, 20 bucks a figure at this point on eBay, Mercari all day long for the majority of them. Now they've really jumped up in price with everything else. So if you're waiting to get into this collection, I don't know if now's the time. It seems like a lot of them are really priced pretty high. Like I said, I've slept on those Hernandezes for years. I don't know what I've been doing. I should have got them when they were 20 bucks. Now they seem to be 40 and up. So we'll see. I'm going to play the long game, continue to play the long game, track down the 2 Hernandez, track down Velvet Sky in blue, and then I think I need that Magnus figure in black. I believe. I got to double check. But I'm on the hunt, as I always am, playing that long game. But you tell me your thoughts on the TNA figures. Were you all in on this line, or were you like me, you bailed out when WWE lost the license? Or did you dabble? Tell me your history on the TNA Jakks line, because I don't really know anybody that really collected these seriously. I'm sure there's people out there, but nobody in my circles and nobody that I know of. So if you are one of those people, leave me a comment. And while you're here, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. You guys know, got videos every single day and then some. And we'll see. Stay tuned. Maybe I'll find the rest of these that I need to complete my collection, and we'll unbox them on the channel. So, for the beautiful people, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.